here are the 3 essential skills that you need to have as a man to able to have a long-term relationship that you truly desire with a woman, of course. And what are these 3 skills? Well, these 3 skills are the 3 skills that I have acquired while studying about the long-term relationship and intersexual dynamics over 10 years. And I guarantee you that these skills are going to be the foundational skills that makes a long-term relationship, because this foundation will never shake when you cultivate them. So let's get into the video. Here's the first skill that you need to learn: emotional detachment from a woman. Well, you'll say that if you're emotionally detached from a woman, doesn't that mean that you don't love her? Because my whole life, my definition of love was being emotionally attached to her and having that lovey-dovey relationship, right? But I must tell you that this emotional detachment from a woman is the highest importance of when it comes to having a long-term satisfying relationship. And I'll tell you the reason why. It's because the emotional detachment can only come from the abundance. And the abundance mindset and the abundance emotional state is the state that you already have everything. And you have everything within. And the funny thing is that woman doesn't like a man that has a scarcity mindset. She wants to have the man that has the abundance mindset, the abundant emotional state. And this abundant emotional state is the emotional state of detachment. I watch neural knowledge a lot. If you know neural knowledge, you know, right? The neural knowledge's definition of manifestation goes internally shifting to a degree to which you're no longer emotionally dependent upon seeing reality change. You're already detached from seeing a woman within your life because you already have within. And as within, as without, the Hermetic philosophy of correspondence, when you have within, it will be expressed on the without. When you have on the mental plane, which is a mental level, okay? When you have the abundance mindset, the abundance emotional state on the mental level, this will lead to physical outcome. This will lead to physical outcome of woman being attracted to you and being emotionally attached to you, actually. Once you become emotionally detached, woman will become attached to you. Okay? And vice versa too. When you become attached to her, she will detach from you. It works both ways, okay? The thing is, if you had to choose one gender that needs to emotionally detach, then the man has to detach. It's due to the fact that woman has the biological programming called hypergamy, okay? Just simply said, this hypergamous instinct, the biological programming, wants to find a best man that she can find, logically and emotionally, okay? She wants to find a six pack abs, 6 inches in their pants, and six figures, making a lot of money. But at the same time, emotionally intelligent, humorous, and emotionally detached, very stable, etc., etc. Okay, they want to find a logical and emotional value out of a man, and she wants to find the best value. And the person that has the best value is the man that is completely detached on the mental level. Got it? And on other videos, there are videos about how to become detached from a woman. And you can check those videos out. But basically, you need to achieve the skill of being emotionally detached from a woman from the abundance mindset and have everything within. Cultivate the emotional detachment by emotionally giving to yourself first through the congratulations method, or unlocking the subconscious blocks that you have within yourself, which is quite detrimental if you actually leave it alone. And I can talk about that in other videos also. Basically, you need to achieve and cultivate the skill of emotional detachment. So let's get into the second skill. By the way, if you are an entrepreneur, high performing man, or executive who is struggling to find a long term relationship, even though you are able to attract women, I'll help you out. Link is in the description. Because I've seen many men that are able to, attract a woman, but they're not able to have the long term satisfying relationship, right? So I'll help you out with this. Now, here's the second skill that you need to know as a man to be able to have a long-term relationship is the controlled unpredictability, the excitement. What I mean by this is that there are many cases of men that are married that are living in one house together with a woman, and they might have a remote job, so they have to stay at home for a long time, right? This is a man, and this is a woman right here, woman right here. And they stick together for a long time. They see each other many times, and they see each other every day, every night. They sleep on the same bed, and it's very predictable. Okay? Predictable. And the thing is, the predictability is the stableness, of course. Stableness. But this is not excitement. Stableness is not excitement. Okay? Excitement. It is not excitement. Okay? What I'm trying to say is that, of course, there are many women that are very, very satisfied with the stable lifestyle, and they are very satisfied with the just staying in their house for a long time. But I will tell you that since women are also human, they want to escape boredom. Okay, escape boredom. And to be able to escape the boredom, this is the main reason why they're addicted to Netflix, and doom scrolling. Okay? This is the main reason why women are addicted to social media and addicted to Netflix and doom scrolling and YouTube videos, where they can actually see, Kardashians fighting with each other, and also look at the Netflix series Bachelors or something like that, right? They can watch these shows and Netflix and doom scroll and escape the boredom like that. Okay? And this is the main reason why they wanted to this is the main reason why they want to see the Netflix and the doom scrolling, because of the boredom. Okay? And here's one fact that I want to tell you is that due to the fact that women want to escape the boredom, you must be the source of escaping the boredom. Okay? You must become the source. You must become the source of emotion, emotional excitement. You must become the source of emotional excitement. And you can ask me, how do you become the source of emotional excitement? Now, here comes the part that is very interesting. I'll introduce you to the idea of the what's that called? I forgot about that word. It's a dread game, right? Okay. Dread game. The dread game means that she is nervous on the idea that she could be replaced. This is basically it. Dread game means that she is nervous on the idea that she can be replaced, okay? It's not about you or actually just explicitly telling her that you can be replaced. No. It's not really about that. It's not about man explicitly outright telling her that she could be replaced. I'm not talking about that, okay? If you're socially intelligent, you can understand that the nervous on the idea that she could be replaced comes from other women being interested in you. Interested in you, okay? Which means that on the social setting, whenever you go to a social setting, whenever you go to a party or something like that, once other women are expressing the interest in you, please do not block her or shoo her away. Okay? Do not push her away. Do not push the women that are interested in you. Okay? Let her talk with you, okay? I'm not saying that you should cheat. Don't cheat, but let a woman that comes to you express interest in you. Right? Because she has that hypergamous instinct that she wants to find the best man, and when other women are interested in you, it's the hypergamous confirmation. It's a confirmation that you are a high value man. And at the same time, she is able to escape the boredom. Got it? She's able to escape the boredom because she is having the idea within her imagination that she could be replaced, and she's making the Netflix series within her imagination instead of looking at the Netflix or doom scrolling. Now, she's hooked up in your story. She's hooked up in your storyline, which she never wants to escape. That's how you make controlled unpredictability. It is unpredictable for her, but you are controlling the dynamic itself. It's like giving her the roller coaster ride, okay? Like it goes up and down, up and down, up and down, but she has a seatbelt on, okay? She has a seatbelt on. Okay, this is her, okay? But she has a seatbelt on. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down, 2-3 minutes. And then she comes back to a stable ground. So she's not worried that she's going to get hurt, but she has that excitement through unpredictability of the roller coaster ride. But she wants to do a safe landing at the end. She wants to have the idea that she could potentially be replaced, but you choose her. That is the excitement that she craves. Okay? Let's get to the third skill. Here's a third skill that you need to learn. Emotional stability. When you see a emotionally stable guy or a woman, you can actually feel the grounded energy, the unshakable energy, right? I'll just write down. Grounded, unshakable energy. Okay? And this unshakable, grounded energy is the highest energy which cannot be shaken, which is the masculine energy. Okay? This is the masculine energy. Masculine energy is calm. Okay? Calm and peaceful. Bliss. And at the same time, very, very strong. And has conviction. The masculine energy, the masculine stability is what you have to cultivate to able to have a stable relationship within your life, within your long-term relationship. Because the definition of long-term relationship is attracting and finding the right woman who has the ability to enter into your masculine frame, thus cultivating genuine burning desire and maintain long-term stable relationship. Now, we've talked about the definition of long-term relationship, and the base of the masculine frame, which I talked about right now, is the emotional stability. And here's the practice that you can do to be able to cultivate the emotional stableness. And this is what I do every day. Okay? This is called meditation. Okay, I understand, okay. I really understand that. Meditation is, everybody's talking about meditation. Everybody's saying like you should meditate. You're gonna have some spiritual awakening or some shit like that. But what I'm trying to tell you is that within the modern life of mobile phones, okay, mobile phones, you have the endless source of excitement and dopamine hits. You're constantly fed with some feed because, okay, in mobile phone we have a YouTube, and YouTube feeds you with feed. That's why it's feeding you with some content to able to feed you with dopamine hits, okay? The mobile phones makes us into a machine. It makes you into a biological machine that only craves for dopamine. Okay? Which is a physical which is a physical chemistry. It's a chemical to make you have some sort of motivation to do something. But once you always have the mobile phone to produce dopamine, then you'll have no motivation. No motivation. You'll be addicted to mobile phones. Addicted to mobile phones. And most importantly, emotionally very unstable. Emotionally unstable due to the fact that when you're doom scrolling, it gives you cat videos. Cat videos make you happy. You scroll again. It gives you car crash accidents. You're like surprised, feared. Okay? And then you scroll again. And then some like bald guy like an Andrew Tate is telling you, my goodness, what the hell are you doing? You got to get your shit together, man. And then installs you with this FOMO, fear of missing out. And then you scroll again and scroll again and scroll again. You're going on the endless of ups and downs. You're constantly hit with dopamine and you become addicted to it. Now, I want to ask you, if you were a woman, okay, would you like to be with this guy? Do you think this guy will be emotionally stable? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Meditation. The reason why I'm talking about the meditation is because I do this one practice. I do 15 minutes or to 20 minutes of closing eyes, and do nothing. Literally, okay? Do nothing. In modern times, we have mobile phones, we have constant dopamine hits, emotional ups and downs. But contrary to that, we have meditation where you do nothing. You must make a time to do nothing at least every single day. Because when you have a mobile phones, this will create a stress frequency. The brainwave state. Okay? I believe it's a brainwave state of beta, if I'm not mistaken. That's the stress frequency. Okay? But when you have this meditation, you enter into a brainwave state of theta. Theta brainwave state, which is 4 to 8 hertz. Okay? And this is the state of relaxation. And when you're in the state of relaxation, that's when you enter into a masculine energy, unshakable energy, which is calm, peaceful, bliss, and strong, and having a strong conviction. Got it? So therefore, when you do a meditation, you enter into a theta brainwave state, which is the state of relaxation. And when you practice daily, over and over again, you'll slowly change your default emotional state of relaxation. The default emotional state will be stableness. Which is I am talking about right now, emotional stability. And this is the essential skill. Essential skill. Whenever you talk with a woman, you have to have the relaxed emotional state of stableness. Whenever you're talking with guy or a girl or with your parents or with anyone, with your colleagues, you have to have the relaxation state. Okay? I'm not only talking about the long-term relationship. This is about like other relationships too. Now, the meditation is a must if you want to achieve the long-term relationship, because this meditation will allow you to cultivate the grounded, unshakable energy. Really, do this practice. Do this practice every day to do nothing. Okay? To able to detach from the modern mobile phones, the dopamine hits, to able to enter into a stable default emotional state. Okay? And this has also benefits. First benefit is throwing out the trash of your thoughts. Okay? Okay? Throwing away the trash, okay? Throwing away. You throw away the trash. What I mean by that is you have this river of your consciousness, okay? And you have thoughts and thoughts and thoughts. There are some thoughts that you haven't processed within your head, okay? Whenever you're scrolling and doom scrolling with your mobile phones, you do not have time to process your thoughts, okay? But when you do nothing, there's going to be some occasions where you have the thoughts, but the thoughts naturally flow. Okay, do not have conversation with it, do not agree or disagree with it, just let it flow. And when the thoughts are processed until the end, it will be thrown away. And when you do this long time, 2 months, 3 months, then there will be all thoughts that are thrown out, and you will have a state of no thought. I mean, like there are some levels to this, but what I'm trying to say is that the trash will no longer affect you on daily basis. Whenever you're talking with a woman, you're not daydreaming, you're not like thinking within your head all the time. You can be in the present moment due to the fact that you already thrown out the trash into a trash can. Okay? The reason why you are thinking within your head, not being in the present moment while you're talking with a woman, is because you didn't throw out the trash. Okay? The second is the relaxation I already told you, okay? Relaxation. And there are some other techniques that you can do with a meditation, of course, but first, I'm going to tell you that you need to throw trash away and be in the relaxed state of theta wave, brainwave state, and you can be in the present moment when you're in the relaxed state. Have the masculine, calm, peaceful energy through meditation and cultivate emotional stability. Great. Thank you very much.